Hello, this is Randy Ripke. I'm the owner of Accurate Messages and the developer of TASbiller Cloud. This is another in the series of Keep It Simple series of videos for programming on the hosted Startel system used by Accurate Messages. This video we're going to cover member dispatch scripts, and we'll probably have 2 or 3 different videos covering dispatch scripts and how to script your accounts on Startel hosted. It's very easy to do. It's so simple. But just like anything else, there's a dozen different ways to approach it. And I'm going to show you the way I use the scripting. As I said, there are different ways. First, let's start out with, this is for a member dispatch script now. So we're on the account 9000, my Randy's test account. And here we have our members. And we'll be using the Randy Ripke test member without messing with my actual account up here. And if you're going to add a dispatch script, you can do it right here. This is a member dispatch script. Now the instructions I have on this account, generally for my accounts anyway, all messages that are taken are automatically emailed and sent via text message to me. So I'm going to show you how we can do that with a dispatch script at the member level. So we're going to go into dispatch scripts, and we're going to add a script. And I always give it a name up here. I can always tell when one of my employees is in here adding scripts and they don't change the name, I can tell right away. I try to give it just something simple. We're going to call this one a Randy message. And we're going to cover some of these time of day and day of week options later, but we're going to make a one-shot script that's going to do 2 things and we're done. So we're going to save this, and for the first step of our script, we're going to email it. And I'll have to go to my personal email, and we'll save that. And then we're going to add a second step. That's going to send me a text message. Now at the end of this step, I want the message to file. I want it to be delivered. So my agent's going to take the message in the FlexAI and click save, and in the background the script will kick in, and it's going to email, we can tell it down here, to my email address. And the next thing it's going to do is send an SMS to my cell phone. So let me show you what this looks like in FlexAI. We'll bring up account 9000. And we're going to pull up a message form, and we're going to choose my test member, and we're going to say let's fill in a couple of fields there. And all the agent has to do at this point is click save. Now if you're not sure about what's going to happen with the message at this point, I have these tabs pinned to the side in FlexAI where the agent can mouse over this tab and see what the script is going to do. And you can see listed here, step 1 is going to be email, and we can expand that out and it'll show the actual email address. And the second step is going to be to send an SMS. So all my agent has to do is fill out this simple message form, press save, and her job is done. Now to check on what happened here with that message, we can go into account 9000, and look at my filed messages, and here is that message, and we can see that the auto script for Randy message was invoked. It sent an email and it sent an SMS to my phone, and you may have heard that chiming noise in the background. That's my phone downstairs telling me that I just got an SMS. So it's working as it should have. So let's continue on and do something a little more complicated. Let's say we want a different script to run at different times of the day. So this happens a lot with, I have especially doctors who during the day, they want us to send them a SMS and then wait perhaps 15 minutes. And if we don't get the response or hear from them, then we give them a call on their cell phone. But after hours, because they're sleeping, they're like, don't bother with the SMS, just call my phone. So you can design scripts that will function differently different times of days. Now this script that we have here is designed for every day of the week, 24 hours a day. One of the neat features in Startel is you can choose this script and choose the copy button and make a new script that's a copy of the original one. So we're going to change this script and call it the Randy message daytime. And we want this script to run from 7 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock at night. And we'll leave it on every day of the week just to keep this a little bit simple. So this is my daytime message. So now we're going to go back up to this one and call this one after hours. If I could just type. And the after hours script is going to start at 9 o'clock and finish at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. I'm sorry. And we'll save that. So after hours, being after 9 o'clock and before 7, it's going to send an email and then send an SMS. Now, say after hours we don't want the SMS to go out, so we're going to remove that step. So this is how we can differentiate our after hours script from our daytime script. The daytime script is still going to send both the email and the SMS. Now, one thing to note, or a couple things to note about member dispatch scripts. First of all, a member dispatch script will take priority over a client dispatch script, and we'll cover those in a different video. So whatever scripts I have on this member, if I choose this member on a dispatch message form, it's going to use this script. The next thing to know is that the Startel system will go through these scripts in order from top to bottom. And the first script that it comes across that meets the criteria is when it's going to execute. So the first script in order is actually my after hours script, which isn't going to kick in until 9 o'clock tonight. I'm making this video at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So what should happen is my daytime script should be displayed. So let's test this real quick in FlexAI. So going over here, going back into 9000. I'm going to bring up the message form and choose my on-call message and choose my test member. And I can just check over here right now and see that, in fact, it is taking the script for the Randy message daytime, which is both the email and the SMS. So it's choosing the correct script. If I fill out this form and press save, I'll get the same results I had before. Very simple. And it's nice for the agent to be able to see this right here without having to page through instructions and read updates and that kind of stuff. The agent can tell the caller exactly what's going to happen with the message. The agent knows that the script will run and the message will be delivered appropriately. So let's close this out. And we're going to make one more example of a dispatch script. Now, what I can also do is, just to clean this out, I'm going to delete these scripts. And we're going to start fresh here. So we're going to make a new dispatch script. And this is similar to what I use for most of my doctors. So we'll call this one the Dr. Randy message. And we'll save that. And what typically happens is we're going to send an SMS. And in this situation, I want to delay 15 minutes. This gives the doctor 15 minutes to either reply back, okay, or got it, or what have you, or to call the office and say, I got it. And if we hear from him in that time, we can deliver the message and our job is done. Now, if we don't hear anything from the doctor within 15 minutes, the next thing we want to do is call the doctor. And so we're going to add a dispatch script here that says call my cell phone, and we're going to call it twice, and we're going to wait 5 minutes in between. So the reason the retry is once, it's going to call twice. So the first attempt is the original call. The number of retries being 1 would be the second call. So this would generate 2 phone calls to my cell phone. Now additionally, let's say if I don't answer my cell phone, I want you to call my home phone. So I can go over here and say phone and choose my home phone. And again, I want it to retry, make 2 calls and wait 5 minutes in between. And save that. So now, if I go into FlexAI and bring up my 9000 account, and we'll choose our on-call message and choose the test member. And if I look at my dispatch script now, I'm seeing the Dr. Randy dispatch script, and we can see from the script it's going to SMS and wait 15 minutes. And if the file isn't if the message isn't filed by then, it will then call the cell. It's going to retry once with a 5-minute delay in between. It will then call the home number, again retrying once with a 5-minute delay. And at some point, hopefully, we'll reach the doctor and deliver the message. If the message is not delivered after that, the message is going to show up on the board check as an undelivered message, and we handle it according to our client's instructions. So that concludes my video on member dispatch scripts. As always, if you have any questions, please shoot me an email or give me a call. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the TASbiller channel. Thank you. Have a nice day.